Warning: the following live stream contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some people who cheer for the Texans, Colts, and the crappy ass Jags. You've been warned. Hope you enjoy the show and tighten up.
McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
Safety, now you're one-on-one with it.
Shows why he's the man! In trouble. Sack!
What's up, Titan Nation? How's everyone doing? There he is in the background. I still have him, Derrick Henry. My cutout of Derrick Henry. Still have him. How's everyone doing today? Got lots to talk about. Welcome to Titan Tuesday again with yours truly, Mr. Titan. Again, man, it's been quite a day, right? For Titan Nation, it's been a sad day. AZ Mick, bye Derrick. Yes, I know, bro. We'll get to him right away. We'll talk. Got lots to talk about on the show. Obviously, one of them is being the big guy right here, Mr. Derrick Henry. Volcano, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate it. Like I said, we got lots to talk about, Titan Nation. Other than the Derrick Henry stuff, we got free agency. We'll talk about. I'll be grading exactly my picks. Who do I think that I liked in the free agency picks so far? Who I don't like. So it's going to be a good show. Cat Nelson, thank you so much, man. Goodbye, Derrick Henry. I know. Oh, look, as I said that, my Derrick Henry cutoff just fell. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad, guys. But Volcano said it's been reported Titans are seriously interested in training for a Snead, and that's something we'll definitely dive into, which I'm excited for. Hopefully, we have a lot to talk about, especially that defense. You know, everyone's worried about the offensive line, and yes, offensive line is a big need, but that defensive line right now, it's really short, thin. That linebacker core is another thing that we need to worry about. He says, I am upset with the Titans being completely inactive today, Josh. I am too. Especially with all the activity with the Houston Texans have made. The Houston Texans, man, they are going to be a problem this year. Okay, guys? I mean, it's easily going to be, they're going to be favored as the repeat of the AFC South. And I mean, you can't blame them. They are attacking this free agency aggressively. And you would think the Titans, with all that money that we have, that we would be the ones attacking. But it seems like the Texans are the ones that are like, hey, we know what the product we have. We know what who we are and what we are. And we're gonna attack this free agency. He says, meanwhile, the Texans are taking Carthon to school. This looks like a disaster so far. I mean, it's true. He said, Josh says the excuse last year where the Titans didn't have enough money. Now they do have, now that they do, they don't spend. Carthon should be on the hot seat. Well, it's a little too early, Josh, to be on the hot seat. I get your frustration. And don't worry, man, we'll break it down. We'll talk a little bit more about the Texans and the Titans right now, you know. But I want to say thank you guys so much for coming to Titan Tuesday, again, where we talk Titans 24/7. Okay, if you like the Titans, this is a place to be. They got a bunch of YouTubers that do Titans contact all over content in YouTube land, and I appreciate it. Love that I get to share this community, be with you guys. Remember, being in the chat is the most important thing because it's the best way to communicate. That's what I love about the live chat is I get to talk to my Titans family, talk to everyone, get your opinion, and we can share stuff. Let's see what Ian says. Ian says Texans are taking advantage of the Stroud rookie deal, and players probably want to play under Ryans. My man from California. What's up, Ian? Good picture, by the way, brother. Good picture. Nice profile picture. And I agree. DeMeco Ryans is so far what I think was a steal last year. Should have been coach of the year. Didn't get it, but he's a hell of a coach. Again, players coaching. A lot of people like playing for him. He's got a lot of connections all around the league for coaching and stuff. So I definitely could see why people want to gravitate towards the Texans. CJ Stroud, young stud, looking good. It's a promising franchise right now. You know, it looks nasty. What's up, Mr. Titans? Thanks for the compliment. And brother, anytime, man, anytime. And we're going to be breaking all this stuff down with Titans. We're going to go through each of the free agencies, pickups, Tony Pollard, Cousenberry, all those guys, give you my grade, give you my opinion. I want to hear you guys too. Let me know what you're looking at, what's most exciting. Ian says, I'm looking at 2025 as a year to make true noise. Hopefully, man. Hopefully it's a little bit sooner, but yeah, I get you. You got to let Rand kind of do his thing. And I know people are upset. People are flipping out and saying like, well, we have all this money and look, we're not even doing anything. And it's a little bit irritating when on the other side of the board, you have the AFC South opponents, making noises, making deals. It's a little bit harder than it seems. Money's not everything. Like we talked about with Derrick Henry, a lot of people were talking about, well, we paid Tony Pollard $24 million. The Ravens got $16 million for Derrick Henry, but you know what? Same time, doesn't mean that we weren't going to pay Derrick Henry at one point or another. The Titans' time with Derrick Henry has come to an end, and vice versa. And Derrick Henry's time with the Titans, he wants to go win a ring. We're still obviously in rebuild. We still have to worry about our offensive line. He wants to try to at least compete for a championship. And as right now, the Titans are in no shape or form to actually be competing for a Super Bowl. And that's just facts. That's just honest. And anyone who thinks not is just, I guess, delusional. Don't get me wrong. I would love for the Titans to be in contention, but right now we're in a soft rebuild mode. All right. Teams can make all deals, but still have to play the game any given Sunday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ian is 100% correct. Volcano says if the Titans get Snead, they'll probably significantly upgrade our back end of our defense. True. But again, we lost a lot of players on the defense, and especially linebacker core. Man, that linebacker core has got hit really, really nasty. So we definitely need to see what we're going to do. And it kind of changes our perspective kind of, I was all for it in the beginning of just getting, I wouldn't mind getting a wide receiver in the first round for the 7th pick. But now seeing what the Texans have done, right? And this league and just how they boosted their defense so much. Man, we got to go offensive line. We got to boost up that offensive line because you know what? Will Levis, I don't care how fast he can throw that ball, man. He sees that Houston defense twice a year. That's not fun. So we definitely need to upgrade and get some depth and some big people in the offensive line. But it goes to our first topic of tonight. Okay, guys? So it's a sad one. It's a sad one as Derrick Henry signs with the Ravens, 2 years, $16 million. Okay? And here's the thing with especially Derrick Henry. A lot of people were, I guess, confused or maybe just upset, and maybe a little bit of both of why not try to pick up Derrick Henry? Why not pay for him? I mean, 2 years, 16 mil doesn't sound that bad for especially with the type of player that he is. But then we end up going to sign Tony Pollard for a little bit more. 3 years, 24 million. And here it is, guys. Okay, and a lot of people need to listen to this because I feel like people get it twisted. Okay, Derrick Henry was a free agent. Okay, meaning he could go anywhere he wanted to go. Okay, the Titans did not offer anything to Derrick Henry. The Titans actually wanted to trade Derrick Henry last year. What happened with that and what caused Derrick Henry not to be traded was that Amy Adams-Strunk did not want to. She told Derrick Henry, you are not getting traded. Derrick Henry wanted to be traded. And we could have gotten at least some value for Derrick Henry last year. The time was coming. And I just believe, especially with Derrick Henry, his time with Tennessee was over. I mean, he loves the Titans. He's appreciative of them, but it's the time. All good things come to an end, guys. All good things come to an end, and he's ready to kind of move on and get another chapter in his life and try to win in another team. And that's the reality, and that's something we just have to accept. A lot of people can't accept it, but it is what it is. I mean, look, Steve McNair went from Tennessee Titans to the Baltimore Ravens. Eddie George went from Tennessee Titans to the Cowboys. Derek Mason went from Tennessee Titans to the Ravens. I mean, it happens. It happens more than you realize, and it's very hard, and it's unusual this day and age for a player to be drafted by the same team and retire and play all his years in the NFL, unless it's a short career, maybe 3 or 4 years. But for the most part, most of these players that that draft get drafted by the team usually don't stay with the team. And unfortunately, this is it sucks. It's gonna bite the bullet for a little bit, but eventually when he comes back, man, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be an amazing time to see him come back as a Titan, retire, and he'll definitely be. I mean, he's already in the mix of one of the Titan greats, and he's gonna be a Titan forever. Just like Steve McNair, because Steve McNair at the end of the day, he was a Raven as well, and we still consider him, like I said, top tier Titan great of all time. Same thing with Eddie George, my favorite player. Went to the Cowboys. But at least, and here's the thing with Derrick Henry now, at least he wasn't a Houston Texans, because there was talks about Houston being interested. The Cowboys were interested as well. And I know he wanted to go to Dallas. I know he wanted, because he has a house here in Dallas. His wife's family is from Dallas. It would just made it a lot easier for them and him and his family. But the problem with the Cowboys is wild. The Cowboys, I don't know about I don't know what the Texans offered Derrick Henry, but I know what the Cowboys offered him, and they offered him $6 million. That's terrible. Jerry Jones, what are you doing? Cowboys, I don't know what if they want to win or what. Yes, it's the Dallas Cowboys. It's an iconic team, but to try to lowball Derrick Henry, that's crazy. That is crazy. Jerry Jones is napping. Yeah, Jerry Jones offered him $6 million. That's a slap in the face. That is wild. And to be honest with you, someone wake him up. Especially, right? Especially since the Eagles picked up Barkley. Like, that's a wake up call. Like, hello, that's a hell of a move by the Eagles. Like, you need to do something. And they go and try to lowball Derrick Henry. That's terrible. But he gets the Ravens. Yeah, it sucks. I hate the Ravens, but he has a chance to top tier says he got outbid for Pollard, then he lowballed Henry. Maybe. I don't know. That's crazy. Now, with that being said, he has a chance to compete for a ring. Doesn't mean that the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl automatically, because they still got to get over Patrick Mahomes. Again, Lamar Jackson's, and I agree with him. Actually, is it the best place? It's one of the places, you know. He has a chance to compete. I agree. I think he would kind of be in the same situation if he went with the Cowboys. Okay. Really good regular season team. Almost like us, right? When we got the number 1 seed against the Bengals. Good regular season. When it comes to the playoffs, bam, we drop a goose egg. Now, could the Titans actually do? Could the Ravens actually do something? Yeah, depends on how they mix them up. Cowgirls are trash. I agree with you 100%. They are, but could the Ravens do something with Derrick Henry now? Got that 1-2 punch. I think it puts more pressure on Lamar Jackson, to be honest with you, on actually throwing the ball. I think it puts a lot more pressure on him. It should help him out in the run game, but Lamar Jackson has to throw the ball. Lamar Jackson hasn't seen the AFC Conference Championship yet. I know there was a big deal with Lamar Jackson this, Lamar Jackson that, but to be honest with you, he just started winning playoff games last year. Let that sink in before anything. So I don't know. He still, I think Lamar Jackson has a lot to prove still to people. He's a hell of a player, but you know, you can have a really good regular season, but when it comes to playoffs, you got to put the points up, just like Tannehill. You can have really good regular season, guys. That's great, but your record is more important when you're in the playoffs. What do you do? What's your production in the playoffs? That's the most important thing. And if you're a good regular season player, that's cool and all, and that'll save you a couple seasons of not getting canned. But after a while, people get tired. People get repetitive. Keep getting bounced out the first round. It's not going to cut it. So Lamar Jackson kind of has some weight on his shoulders now. I think. I really think that he needs to. There's no more excuses. There's no more excuses. You know, there's no more excuses for Lamar Jackson, the Ravens. They got the best running back in the league. Got some offensive weapons as well. Let's see what you got, man. Josh says, look at that. Lamar Jackson's 2-4 in the playoffs with 1 win against Tanny. That's not good. That's not. I think Dak Prescott's like the same thing. It's like 2-4 in the playoffs. And they get hype every year, right? The Cowboys every year. Oh, trust me, I live in Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys, they're looking good the regular season, blowing people out, then get bounced out the first round. It's not going to cut it after a while, you know? Josh says this is the time of the year where teams build to be good. The next year, the Texans sucked in 2022, spent money in 2023, and are in the divisional round. Jags spent money in 2022, and we're in the divisional round. Yeah. Tanny Hill needs to retire and get back to the boat. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Tannehill, and that's something we'll kind of discuss later on in the show. Is what do you guys think of Tannehill? Would you want him as a backup? I mean, there's not that many good backups out there, and I don't know how confident the Tennessee Titans are with Malik Willis as their backup QB. If there was talks of them being interested in Jameis Winston. Now, if you're looking at Jameis Winston and as a backup QB, that's not good. That's not good for Malik Willis. And I know a lot of people are saying, Mike Rabel's coaching staff and this and that. But what's up, Ryan? How you doing, brother? We're just talking a little bit about Derrick Henry and the Ravens, and if they can, pass Patrick Mahomes with now, a Derrick Henry in the backfield. Now they're saying Joe Flacco now, AD Sports reporting. Oh, well, we'll see what happens with that. They're reporters. I just hang out, talk with you guys. But yeah, I don't know. I really hope that Derrick Henry has some success. And that was weird. That was another thing that people were really weird when it came to that was, oh yeah. I know he got signed by the Browns. I was just saying earlier today that there was talks of Jameis. Titans were like in that talk of interested in picking him up. So that's why I was saying that. Yeah, I know he got picked up by the Browns. But what does that say if they were interested, then what does that say about Malik? That's what I was trying to get at. But what was I saying before that? But yeah, so the Ravens, can they do it? Can they actually beat Patrick Mahomes with the Derrick Henry? There's no excuses, like I said. There's no excuses at all. Oh, that's where I was getting to go at. He says, not too many quality QBs still out there. Flacco makes sense. There isn't that many good backup QBs. You're right. And especially the free agency, things are getting limited. And that was a problem, and that's why everyone was getting upset with, Rand Carthon, was because all these teams are getting picked up. All these players are getting picked up from different teams. And we have so much money in our bank, and we're just kind of like sitting. And there's so many holes right now for the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, it was a problem. No, I won't believe it, the Rays, until I see it. And I agree with you on that one. What's up, Haley? What up? But yeah, that's why I agree with you. I still think they'll be a productive team. The Ravens are getting a true Titan in Derrick Henry. 100%. 100% they're getting a hell of a player. And that's one thing I wanted to tell everyone. Oh, by the way, this is my baseball team because I coach baseball, and obviously they're called the Titans. We haven't had a game yet because all the games have been canceled because of rainouts so far. So, but we're going. We're doing it. Do you want to shout out M&M's? Titan M&M's, y'all. Titan M&M's. Ready? Look at this. Ready for it? Wait, did it come out? Yeah, it came out. Hold on. They got look at that Mr. Titan logo with the M with the T. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, this is a football. Football. One in my mouth. Ryan said, don't go out like Rabel. Hell yeah. Got to coach better, play better. The team's got to practice more and tighten up. I love these. Titans waiting for the dust to settle. Going to miss out on a lot of good players. You got to pay to play. Agree with you on that one. We'll miss Henry for sure. Wish he had gone somewhere else. Those are sweet. They are. They taste really good. You know what? Like I said before, at least he didn't go to the Cowboys. At least he didn't go to the Texans. If the Texans would have gotten Derrick Henry, I would have been kind of pissed off. I would have been like a slap in the face. So Baltimore, and you have to remember, guys. Not only that, you have to see. Not only that, what teams offered him stuff. You know, we could sit here all day and be like, "Well, this place was the best for him. This place, this." But what team actually wanted to have him? What team gave him a decent offer that he could take? So you have to put that in accountability and not just assume like, oh, Derrick Henry could have been here. The Ravens are the best fit. I mean, if you think about the best fit for him to win a chip would be the Chiefs. I mean, let's be real. He wouldn't have to do much, but it is what it is. I just don't get the weird talk on people like, oh, I hate Derrick Henry, or I unfollow Derrick Henry, and Henry's a traitor. So I just don't understand that. So what about Steve McNair? Is Steve McNair a traitor because he went to the Ravens as well? Like half the players that play for the Titans that you're probably cheer for. Look, Chris Johnson. Is Chris Johnson, when he played for the Jets, or is he a traitor? You're not like Chris Johnson. I know you guys like Chris Johnson. What? It just doesn't make. It's just like mind blowing. Sometimes that people they're acting weird. That's like weird. So don't do that. Don't do that to Derrick Henry or any player. If you like the player and he goes on another team, again, he's a human, guys. He's gonna have to do what's best for them. They're all idiots. Don't argue with fools over facts. 100%, Ryan. It's mind blowing though. I'm just like so confused about like how someone can operate like that and think that like mentally like that. Like, yeah, forget him. He sucks. Or like throwing out the jerseys or throwing out. Like I would never throw out. First of all, jerseys are too damn expensive. Okay, for me to be throwing out anything. Like. That's crazy. Like you threw out a jersey because the guy doesn't play anymore. Like the Delaney Walker. Where is it? Over here, my bad. That Delaney Walker jersey I had way after he left. And look, I met Delaney Walker, he signed it, and we had a drink. So why was the purpose of me throwing a jersey away? I don't know. I spent a lot of money on it. They're expensive. They're not cheap. So why throw it out? I have the Marcus Mariota. I never even liked Marcus Mariota. And I have his jersey. And I haven't thrown it away. I have AJ Brown. I still have his jersey. It's weird. Kevin Byard, when he left, people started tossing his jersey, this and that. Why would you do that? Kevin Byard's going to come back and retire as a Titan. And I know you're going to feel foolish once that happens. You're like, damn, I wish I had that jersey back. Yeah. Same thing with Derrick Henry. He'll come back. He'll come back and retire as a Titan. Just watch. Let's talk about thanking Derrick Henry. Thank you, King Henry, for everything, right? He made this team what it was, man. Again, one of the very few running backs in Titans history. It's going to go down in the history books. You got Earl Campbell, if you want to add the Houston Oilers. You got Eddie George, Chris Johnson, and now you have King Henry. And it's nice to know. This was funny. Once a Titan, always a Titan. When you know, except Dillard. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But, you just got to appreciate. I'm glad that I got to see him live. I got to meet him in person, get to know him personally. Like I said, did an NFL commercial with Derrick Henry in Dallas. Good story. You guys probably heard it a million times. It's something I like to. I'm proud of because it was kind of like a one-time thing. But when Derrick Henry, um, it was like it was a weird situation of how I went into the NFL commercial, not knowing that Derrick Henry was actually in the commercial with me. Like I said, one of my buddies, Ken Moore, messaged me. It was like, "Hey man, check this out." It was a Facebook post. I looked at the Facebook post and I was like, it just said "wanted Titan fans." And I was like, and there was like a link and there was like an email address to send just send a message to that email. And I was like, "Hey man, did you know about this? Did you see this?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I think it was like a scam, so I sent it to you." And I was like, "Oh wow, that was nice of you." So I opened it and I sent a message to that email, and it was like one of the directors, and they were just getting a bunch of Titan fans. They needed like 10 to 20 Titan fans dressed all to Titans gear to shoot a commercial. And I was like, "Oh, that sounds kind of cool." This is kind of like towards the end of COVID almost. This is when they were actually letting people back into the NFL, into the stadiums. So it was kind of like a welcome back commercial. And did the COVID test that I had set up. And they're like, "Hey, yeah, just be there." I forgot what day it was. And they're like, "We're going to be shooting from 7 in the morning till 12 o'clock in the afternoon." So I called off. I was going to get paid $250. And I was like, "Okay, $250 to spend for, 4 hours. It's not too bad." Went downtown. It was under a bridge in downtown Dallas, which is kind of sketchy. And they had the all like display. They had the lights. They had the director. They had a bunch of people on set. And I'm walking up there, and I had to sign in. And I'm like, "Yeah, my name is Alex Fernandez." Showed my ID. They had food and snacks, which was cool. So I, got some Gatorade. They had some crackers, some chips. I was eating that at like 7 in the morning. Cool. Everyone's dressed in Titans gear. I brought my Titans shirt. I had a long sleeve blue Titans, and it was cool. And I walked up to the first person who had a fresh ass Derrick Henry jersey, and I'm like, "Hey," I'm like, "How do you think we're gonna do this year?" And the guy looked at me and was like, "Who?" And I'm like, "The Titans. How are the Titans gonna do?" And he's like, I'm an actor. I'm not a fan." And I was blown away. I was like, "What?" So then I went to another person. "Hey, what's up, man?" Again, another actor. Like, how many? There was a half. There was only like 15 people. 10 of them were all all actors. I was shook, but saw this one guy, little short Mexican guy, Hispanic, kind of built. He had a WWE Titans championship belt. This was before WWE started that. It was custom made. I go, that guy ain't an actor. I walked up to him. I said, "Hey man, uh, it's good to. I know when I see a Titans fan, and he's like, 'Hey, what's up, man?" His family was there. He had his kids and his wife. They drove from Houston all the way down here. His name is Gabriel. Good guy. Still talk to him. Amazing people. I'm glad. You know what? Out of that day, I am glad that I did get to run and talk and meet his family and personally be friends with him, because he's a really cool dude. And again, I text him from time to time, and he joins the chat when we do Titans Tuesday live, and it is cool. So I'm talking to him. I'm like, "Hey, bro, man, there's no Titan fans here." He's like, "Yeah, man, they're all actors. It's crazy." So we kind of stuck together because we talk about football and stuff. Started shooting. It was that who's got your back? We got your back. Who run it? No, I'm just kidding. Not who run it. We got your back, and we were doing that constantly. We kept on doing it back and forth. We did it like a million times. They did different angles as we walked towards like the end of the bridge. We just kept on coming back, doing it again, doing it again, doing it again. We took a couple breaks, came, did a couple angles. By maybe like 11 o'clock, we're about to do it again. We're all standing together. I look to the right, and there's Derrick Henry, and I was like, man, this was the first time me ever seeing Derrick Henry and seeing how big he actually is. And the guy from Houston and me lost our shits. We went ballistic. We're like, oh, it's the king. It's the king. And obviously they're actors. They don't know anything. They don't know who this guy is. They're all staring at us like we're nuts. And I'm losing like, oh man, King Henry. And I remember saying this. I'm like, I'm so glad I called off for this. And he died laughing. He clapped hands. So what's up? And we ran it back. The same thing with us saying, who got my back? We got your back. Walking, but with Derrick Henry in the middle. And let me tell you, man, I was so hyped that Derrick Henry was in the middle. And we did a huddle with Derrick Henry. And obviously, the camera was panning around us. And he's talking about, I'm glad that, the fans are back in the stadium. It was just a cool experience. And I was just, it's a pinch me moment because I couldn't believe it that Derrick Henry was there. And I was there next to him doing a commercial, getting paid to hang out with Derrick Henry is wild. And at the end of it, he had like a little dresser, a little like tent, and he had his car parked a few feet away. And once it was a wrap, I guess his personnel that he was with, it was a young lady. She's like, "Hey, Derrick, it's time to go. Let's go." And he said, "No." He's like, "I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna take a picture with every single person." And he did that. He took a picture with every single person on that set that wanted to take a picture with him. And I appreciated that. I appreciated that a lot. I thought that was something that was really, really cool. He didn't have to do that. I know his baby girl was there, and his wife was there at the time, waiting for him to finish the set with us. And the fact that he stopped and took a picture with every single person there on set and then left just showed what kind of person Derrick Henry was. And it was awesome. It was super cool to do. I took a picture with him, and then I came back and took another picture with him. So he went back into the tent, and I kind of waited. I had a football, and I was like, man, he no one like asked him to sign anything. I'm like, should I wait? What should I do? Like, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just wait, once in a lifetime. And he came back out while everyone else was pretty much packing up and leaving. It started clearing out, and I stayed there like a creep, just waiting and stuff. And this guy was next to me. I don't know who it was. He had a hat. And he said, "Hey, Derrick." And he showed him his hat. And Derrick said, and he ran to Derrick Henry. And guess what? I ran right. I was running right behind him. Let me see. Where's the ball? Hold on. Give me a second. And I ran. Oh, yeah. I ran, y'all. I ran. And he signed the football. Boom. Derrick Henry. And then I got Chris Johnson to sign it. This is the 2K ball. It's my favorite thing, memorabilia. Of all the things I have in the back here, I have a lot. This Derrick Henry one right here means so much. It was crazy. It just showed you proof. So I got $200 and some to do a commercial with Derrick Henry, and he got to sign the ball as well. And it was wild. It was cool. I loved it. And it was cool. It was one of those moments where, like, after it was done, they told me that I couldn't tell anyone because it was going to be the commercial for the opening game for the whole NFL, because they had different pieces of teams. They had Arizona. They did a photo shoot. A video shoot for Arizona. They had the Rams as well, and each of them had their own player and people that they were doing, and it was hard to keep. It was hard to keep quiet because I was so excited. And how how look at that? Like, how can I not say, "Yo, Derrick Henry," you know, was in a commercial with I was in the commercial with him and stuff like that. So it was cool. It was really really cool. And that was the first time I met Derrick. Um, the second time I met Derrick was actually um, it was funny. It was I work in the airport, and obviously he lives in Dallas, and I mean, he has a house over here in Dallas. And I work in the airport, and him and his wife were going on vacation. It was right before training camp, and I was on the checkpoint, and he came through, and I was like, "Oh, like that's Derrick Henry." And everyone's like, "Hey, you're gonna go say hi?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, just give me a second. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I'm trying to take the picture of the of the commercial that we did. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone to kind of break the ice and be like, "Hey, man, you probably don't even remember me, but I did a commercial with you. Look, this is the picture. This is it was under the bridge in Dallas." And I was gonna hit him with that, but I set my friend out first so she could say hi to him. It was gonna be I didn't want to be a creep, even though it was already creepy because he was like at Chili's at one point, like trying to order food. And we went, and I sent her out first. She said, "What's up?" And then I started walking behind her. He kind of, we kind of like meet eye to eye, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he comes up to me and gives me a dab, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, bro? How are you?" And I think he's being nice. I think he's truly being nice. Like he probably doesn't even know who the hell I am. Just kind of. And I was like, "Hey, man, how are you?" He's like, "No, I'm good. How are you?" I'm like, "Cool." Like I don't know if I'm like you probably don't remember, but we shot a year ago or two. We shot a commercial together in Dallas, under the bridge. And he goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I remember." And I was like, it wasn't registering in my head. I was like, "Yeah, yeah," but like, no, I thought he was being nice. Like, yeah, I remember. And I'm like, "No, no, no." I was like, and I was trying to show him the picture. Like, I was, I was, I was in the commercial with you. Like, this is the picture. And he looked at me. He's like, "Yeah, I know. Like, I remember you. How you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, like he actually remembers?" I was like, "What's up, man?" So, I asked him how he was doing because he was, remember, coming off that injury. He said everything was good. He's gonna go on vacation, then come back and hit the training really, really hard. And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's cool, man." And and I was like, "Hey, bro, follow me on Twitter, bro. Like, facts." And he's like, "No, no." He's like, I know who you are on Twitter." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." Like me again, thinking like, okay, whatever. Go back to my checkpoint to look back, and he followed me. He followed me on Twitter, and my head, I was like, it was crazy. It was cool. It was cool. Again, it just shows you what kind of person he is. Sticks to his words and appreciates the fan. It was wild. Like I said, it was pretty cool. Just the fact that he would keep his word, not just me thinking like, "Oh, he's gonna kind of wipe his ass with me and just be like, yeah, yeah, I'll follow you now. Yeah, it's cool." But he didn't, and I think that's something that's super cool about Derrick Henry. And then me talking to him a couple more times throughout the years and stuff, and getting to know him and stuff, and him liking and commenting on the my workout, well, his workout videos, and then my workout videos. Do I have? Hold on. Can I add that? Hold on. I think I could add. I think I could add those because I think I have that the workout video to see if I can show you guys. The Derrick Henry workout video that I had with him, and how he commented on it after. Hold on. Let's see. See if no, this is not it. Let's see. Hold on, just give me a second, guys. I'm trying to. Let's see if I can. No, it's not gonna. It's not here. Sorry about that. But yeah, so it just it's cool to just to see him appreciate. I remember he was on the phone with me trying to find the look. See, I don't even remember that, Ryan. To be honest, I don't even remember that. So I was on the phone with you trying to find location. Like, oh, you mean about the workout thing? Yeah. So I don't know if anyone. I'll see if I could find the video again and kind of repost it. But like the workout, okay, because he worked out here in Dallas, and I live in Dallas, and I know the area pretty well. And the hill that he was going up, he was doing one of the workouts. He was running up a hill. I was like, hold on, I know exactly where that is. That's the Dallas skyline right in the back. Like I know where that park is. So I'm like, oh, it would be kind of funny if I can recreate that same video of me running up the hill and doing the same thing, which was hard as hell, let me tell you, and then copying it and then putting it side by side with Derrick Henry's video and looking for the location. It was a weird spot, but I finally found it. I parked my car. It was right after work. Work thing is, I didn't even realize I had my work shoes on. I had Skechers on. I had no running shoes at all. So it looked bad already. So I was like, damn. But I'm like, I'm ready here. I'm committed. And I didn't have a cameraman. So I was like, is this the hill? I walked up the hill. I looked at the video again. I'm like, yeah, this is the angle right here. This is where he's running up. And his the guy is his trainer was recording. And I was like, yeah, definitely this is it. So I'm like, damn, like I was thinking like I'm going to put the camera on the ground and then hopefully run. I'm like I said, I didn't have any cameraman. And then I saw some random kid walking randomly. And again, it's in the park. The kid has a book bag. He looks like he's like 17, 18 barely. And I'm like, hey, you. I was like, God, this is going to sound weird. So the kid comes up to me and like, hey, man, how are you? My name's Alex. I'm like, I have a YouTube channel and I'm trying to recreate a video. Can you film me run up this hill? And the kid's like, sure, yeah. And I'm like, great. So I showed him the Derrick Henry video, right? I showed him the Derrick Henry video. I'm like, yo, this is how it's going to be. Once I get to the top of the hill, you kind of turn and you'll stop it like that. And he said, okay. First time he did it, I ran all the way down. I'm about like maybe like 100 yards away from him. So if he wanted to steal my phone, my ass was never going to get up that hill to catch him. My phone would have been gone. It would have been done. I would have given up. I would have been like, have my phone. So I get to the bottom and I'm already tired going down to the bottom. Again, I have Skechers shoes on. They're like slip-ons because I'm a lazy bastard and I like slipping on my shoes. So I can't really lift up my feet or my shoes are gonna come off. So I go, ready? I'm screaming, ready? He's like, yeah. And I start going. I'm tired already. Now you're going halfway through. I go slow because I don't want to go fast because my shoes are gonna fall off. So I'm really, really taking my sweet ass time going up this hill, running up. And by the time I get to the top, the guy stops it and he's like, oh, I don't think I got the camera angle good. And I look at the camera, I'm breathing heavy. I'm like, no, it's okay. Let me see. And I look at it and it's side by side with Derrick Henry and it doesn't look good. It's not really good. And I'm like, oh no, like we have to do this. Can we do this one more time? He's like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem for him. Me, I had to run down again the hill and I'm breathing heavy. Now I'm tired, So then I'm going, are you ready? Breathing heavy. He's like, yeah. Start doing it again. I'm trying to run a little bit faster because I don't want to look like a punk either in the video, but it didn't really help because I was tired as hell. I ran all the way up and I was just breathing heavy. I'm like, he said, Joe, I should have worn the Crocs. You're right. Sport mode would have been it. You're right. I could have. I should have, Joe. I should have. Here, this is for you, Joe. All right. Tighten up, Joe. Sponsored by M&M's. So I run. Finally get to the top. I'm dying. I tell the guy, "Oh, who run it? Look at this one. This one. Remember this one? Oh, where is it? Where it is? Oh, who run it? Not the Titans anymore." So I get to the top, tell the guy thank you. I edit the videos, put them side by side, and first of all, it looks terrible because Derrick Henry runs within I think like 7 seconds. He's up the damn mountain, and especially side by side. This is like Derrick Henry. Like Derrick Henry and me, like the video starts and he's just like, shh, he passes it. And I'm still like barely running. I'm like, it just shows what type of human he is and the ability he has and what I don't have. And so I posted on Twitter and he wrote back saying that he was on his like his 13th, I think, like lap or run, and I was on my second one. I was breathing heavy, so needless to say, I won't be working out with him anytime soon because this is what happens. I'm eating M&Ms while he's like, lifting like tables and shit. So, but man, I didn't talk anything about free agency, which is the funniest thing because this video was supposed to be about free agency. I ended up talking about Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry live tribute. What was your favorite moment with Derrick Henry? I shared a couple of mine. We'll try to do this again next Tuesday. I'm going to listen to Joe next time, put it on sport mode. Because Crocs in sport mode, unstoppable. Right, Joe? But we'll be breaking down. I'll do another live because I did have slides where I did talk about free agency moves, Tony Pollard, and I got carried away, guys. That's what happens when you talk a lot. I apologize, but thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Check out the video I did with the Tony Pollard incident. My opinion, what do I think? I'll be doing a breakdown videos. That one, I'll be doing a breakdown video of Cushenberry as well, which I really, really like that pick a lot. Also talk about the Houston Texans and what they're doing and how we need to booster up that offensive line because, man, that D looks good in Houston. Talk a little bit about Keith Murray Jr. I don't know too much about him. A lot of people don't like him, say that he can't play coverage very well. But with all these picks that we have, we can do research about them, we can talk about them, but unless you see the product live and in action, is the only way we're going to see if they fit the scheme. They might have been bad. I mean, Homeboy might have been bad with the Chargers, and he has a different scheme in Tennessee, and he actually might flourish a little bit better. So you never know, with each players. You just got to see and kind of wait. I like to play the waiting game. Just don't like to assume and automatically say they're good or trash. But I do like the Lloyd Cushenberry. I like that pickup a lot. I think that's That was probably the best pickup we have so far. But we have a lot of holes that need to be filled. That's what she said. Just kidding. But yeah, so oh my god, that's funny. So oh man, I love you guys, all 11 of you guys that stood and listened to me just rant on. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday. I am gonna shower. I'm gonna hit the hay. I gotta work, but be on the lookout, like I said, for those videos, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what did you think about our picks. I know this video said free agency picks, and it was more about Derrick Henry kind of send off video. Again, once I get on a roll, I just start talking, and time just goes by when you're talking about Derrick Henry. So again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Oh, let me get you a tighten up before you guys leave. Hold on. Hold on. No. This damn thing. Hold on. I'm trying to get there's a million of them. Wait, hold on. I think I got to tighten up. Nope. I got this one. This one. I got a football. Hold on. Hold on. Don't leave me yet. Don't leave me yet. There it is. Here we go. Always tighten up. I'll see you guys. All right. Have a good one. Peace.